Hello and welcome to this week's edition of CTN Community Update. The city is exploring the possibility of turning Highway 610 and East River Road into a full access interchange instead of the current partial interchange. Interested residents turned out at a public meeting on Thursday night to learn more about the preliminary concept. The design would add an off-ramp at East River Road for traffic on westbound 610 and an on-ramp for drivers on East River Road who want to head east on 610 towards Blaine.
With the Foley Boulevard project, it presented an opportunity to kind of find a design that could work and meet Met Council, MnDOT criteria. And so what we're trying to do is present information of this idea and try to get some feedback on what the concerns are of the residents, the business owners, as we present that and move that forward in the hopes of trying to secure that interchange.
Previously, the city tried to land a full access interchange at Highway 610 and Coon Rapids Boulevard, but it was determined to not be feasible at that location. You can find more information on the preliminary concept for 610 and East River Road on the city's website, coonrapidsmn.gov. Anoka County is moving forward with the reconstruction of Foley Boulevard between East River Road and Coon Rapids Boulevard. When finished, Foley will become a 4-lane divided roadway with an overpass at the railroad crossing and a trail and sidewalk for pedestrians. Improvements will also be made to the entrance to the Foley Park and Ride lot. The project is still in the design phase and construction isn't expected to start until the summer of 2021. Anoka County Board Chairwoman Rhonda Sivaraja will become the next county administrator. On a 4-2 vote at the board meeting Tuesday, Sivaraja was appointed to the position effective May 31st. She was one of 3 finalists for the position following an internal search last month. Current Administrator Jerry Soma is retiring after nearly 53 years of service to Anoka County residents. A special election will be necessary to fill Sivaraja's board seat in District 6. Communities across the country paused this week to remember law enforcement officers who've died in the line of duty. CTN's Dan Carpenter takes us to an annual local service that honors fallen Anoka County officers and their families.
It's been more than 65 years since Deputy Ernest Zettergren was killed while investigating a suspicious car.
Deputy Ernest Zettergren noticed a vehicle parked at the Sylvan Tavern in Fridley.
Yet, on a day set aside to honor all law enforcement officers who died in the line of duty, his family and colleagues hear his story retold.
Deputy Zettergren had his weapon drawn as he asked where Anderson had come from, but Anderson fired first.
At the age of 43, he left behind a wife and 6 children.
We're here today to honor Deputy Zettergren and all other Anoka County law enforcement officers who lost their lives over the years in the line of duty.
For 7 Anoka County officers, their shift ended too soon.
We seek to comfort their families and acknowledge the loss to their departments and their communities. Today we come together as a profession, as a family, and as a community to give thanks for the kind-hearted individuals who willingly accepted the call to serve and protect others, even at the risk and sometimes the cost of their own lives.
I wonder if the stars regretting have really seen you.
As the nation recognizes National Peace Officers Week and more than 21,000 officers killed on the job since 1786. These officers make a solemn pledge.
And today we gather because we cannot and we will not forget their sacrifice.
Dan Carpenter for CTN Update.
Earlier this week, the names of 371 fallen law enforcement officers were added to the National Law Enforcement Memorial in Washington, D.C. The veterans organizations of Anoka County are once again planning to hold special services for Memorial Day. The first one will take place Saturday, May 25th at 10 a.m. at the Morningside Memorial Gardens off University Avenue. The second ceremony is set for 11:30 a.m. at the War Memorial at Bunker Hills Regional Park. Following that ceremony, everyone is invited to a family picnic at Bunker Hills, put on by the Anoka County Veterans Council. After a 2-month delay, plans for a big apartment project in the southern end of the city are once again moving forward. Following its meeting Thursday evening, the Planning Commission is recommending approval of the preliminary and final site plan for real estate equities. The company plans to construct a 4-story, 168-unit apartment building near 94th Avenue and Springbrook Drive in Port Evergreen. The original proposal called for an additional 16 units, but the developer reduced that number due to concerns about density and parking. The City Council must still sign off on the project. The city is hiring a consultant to study expansion possibilities at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. The city will pay HMA Architects of St. Cloud $20,000 to begin developing various scenarios for building additions. The different options are expected to be presented to the City Council this fall. The Coon Rapids Ice Center opened its doors back in 2011. And dozens of Comcast employees, along with family and friends, gave their time for a good cause last weekend. Volunteers helped prepare this season's community garden for loaves and fishes at Peace Lutheran Church. They tilled and mulched soil, seeded and planted, and painted decorative stones. The nonprofit Loaves and Fishes serves free meals to those in need in 9 Minnesota counties. Comcast Cares Day is the nation's largest single day volunteer event. This food is not quite a solid or a liquid. It can be a dessert or a salad. You can see through it. We're talking about, of course, Jell-O.
1, 2, 3, 4, I declare a thumb war.
Naked Jell-O thumb wrestling at Fire Station 3 in Blaine last Saturday kicked off the first ever Anoka County Historical Society Jell-O Cook-Off. The fundraiser also tested Jell-O tossing skills and trivia. A Jell-O historian from North Dakota helped participants transform various flavors of the food into art. A Jell-O salad competition awarded prizes for best in fluff and fruit suspension. One participant even made a Jell-O pond with Swedish fish in honor of the fishing opener.
It's not my first time trying something adventurous. We have made some interesting concoctions from the old recipe books in the past with shredded carrots, sour cream, walnuts. We haven't quite moved to cabbage yet, but you know, we might get there.
The Historical Society says the money raised at the event from donations and memberships will support staff positions and facility maintenance. A quick reminder about a couple of events going on this weekend here in Coon Rapids. The Public Works Department is holding its annual open house on Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon. Residents are invited to come check out the snowplows, tractors, and other big rigs used in the city. You can also tour the Public Works facility. Then on Sunday, it's the annual home remodeling tour from noon to 4 p.m. 6 homes remodeled as part of the city's Home for Generations 2 program will be open for public viewing. It's a chance to get ideas for your own home. A brochure with the addresses of the homes taking part can be found on the city's website. And if you're headed out this weekend, be sure to grab an umbrella because it sounds like it's going to be pretty wet out there. That's going to do it for our show today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you right back here again next week.